Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Tavonte's World. And today we're gonna do a story time. This story is how my aunt saved us from a fire. All right, y'all, I'm back. Now, it's not gonna be a long story because it's very short, but so if y'all haven't watched my other video, how my aunt fell off the terrace, it is that same aunt who saved us from the fire. So this was years ago. This was like when I was in high school. Um, One night I was asleep, right? And now a little note about me. I like to sleep in the nude, right? I don't like to wear underwear and t-shirts. I like to just let my free flag fly,
What?
right? So I, you know, I have school the next morning, so I go to sleep around 10, 11. So around like 1 o'clock, I'm hearing knocks at my window because the way where my room was in the house, my room was in the front of the house. So by the front door, it's like the front door, then you come through the hallway, then it's my room right here. So my window is like on that same line as the front door. So I'm hearing knock at the door, I'm hearing knock at the window, and all I hear is my aunt saying, "Sister, sister, sister, sister," yelling. And I'm like, oh God. So I'm like, oh God, somebody about to beat my crackhead aunt up. Oh my God. Let me go to the window and see what's going on, right? So I open up the window. She like, she called me professor. So she like, Professor, Professor, it, it's a fire, it's a fire, it's a fire. So
What?
I'm like, oh, now mind you, I'm in the new, I don't got no clothes on, right? So I'm going through the closet. I'm going through the cotton mine. I done left the window open. Left the window open. She pushed past the curtain, right? I'm looking for something to put on. I found some sweatpants. I put that on real quick. She said, "Faster, open the door so I can get the people out." So she tell me a fire. I'm not worrying about opening the door for her. If you
Ain't nobody got time for that.
see it's a fire next door, why you want to come in? So I put on my sweatpants and I ran straight to the back of the house because that's where my mother room was. Um, so I wake my mother up and I wake my sister up. When I go wake up my mother, I'm like, Mom, it's a fire, it's a fire, and she wake up out to sleep. She's just like, ooh, like. So I'm like, Mom, it's a fire. She like, okay, okay. So she gets up. Instead of her putting on clothes, I see her running to the bathroom. She even got a bad case of diarrhea. And I'm like, we gonna die today. I can't find clothes. My mother got diarrhea. My sister got up. She was getting dressed or whatever. So I ran and then I opened the door for my aunt. And then I was calling upstairs to my father. And I was like, Daddy, Daddy, it's a fire. It's a fire. It's a fire. And so he come downstairs. He come downstairs. He go outside. My sister go outside. I'm outside. But my mother and her sister, my mother and aunt, they still in the house. So I'm like, okay, what's taking them so long? But so I'm like, So then I try to go to the house to see what's going on. They pushing me back because the whole block is across the street looking at the fire that was. It was how many hold? It was three doors down the fire. It was three doors down from my house, but it was spread. It spread it to the house next to it, and then my neighbor's house. It spread to my neighbor's house a little bit. My mother and aunt, they finally come out. So we like, okay, the fire department come, they come take out the fire or whatever. So I'm like, what caused the fire? So that's what the block is trying to figure out, like what caused the fire, who caused the fire. So we waiting for the fire department to tell us that we able to go back in our houses or whatever. Mind you, it's 3 o'clock in the morning by now. The firefighters fighting the fire for a whole 2 hours. So finally, we got the okay to go back in the house, but then we found out what happened. So what had happened was the lady that lived in the house 3 doors down, she found out that her man was cheating. Now, mind you, the man was her landlord, right? But the landlord, he already had another woman. So he was creeping with the both women. And she found out about it. And if I'm not mistaken, she was on that stuff too. So she found out about it. She left the pot on in the kitchen and left the house. So so we find this out 3 o'clock while the fire over. So then we see her because where I lived in between Atlantic and Herkimer on over there on Marconi Place, right? So we see her walking down Herkimer Street, and we like, oh, there that bitch go right there. So she knew what she was doing. Then she makes her way around, and she come up Atlantic after the police and the fire department finished doing what they was doing. So needless to say, the whole block was mad at her because you don't put everybody's life in danger. Now, the house next door to her, that house, it had severe damage. And then my neighbor's house, like the upstairs part, had severe damage. It was just about to come. The fire was just about to come to our house, but the firefighters had caught it in time, so it didn't pass through. But if it was to come to our house, me and my mother and my sister, we would have been okay because we our bedrooms was on the second level. My father, he stayed upstairs in the top part of the house because it was like his own little apartment, and that's where my grandma used to live before she passed away. So when she passed, he moved up there. We had like a duplex. It's like a two-family house, but it was only one family that lived there. So yeah, so if we didn't get out when we did, if my aunt didn't come banging on the door and hollering sister, 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 uh, we probably would have got trapped in that fire. But that's the end of the story. All right. Thank you guys for loving and supporting me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? Like, comment, subscribe. Share this video to everybody y'all know so we can keep on elevating, leave a comment down below if it's like any places y'all want me to go try or anything y'all want me to talk about. Just put in the comments below. Like anything I do with wrestling, I will talk about it on here. I just need like y'all to let me know what y'all want to see because my last two videos, it got 0 views, so I figured ain't nobody like that. So But I'm gonna put the one about my aunt at the end of the video. I'm gonna put that one, and I'm gonna put the other one where I talk about my struggle understanding my sexuality growing up in church. I'm gonna put those two at the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Period. I just love y'all. And thank y'all for your support. And don't forget, share this video out. Hit that post notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. Most likely, new videos are going to come out on Mondays and Fridays. Most likely. I'm trying to put out 2 videos a week. Sometimes it might be 1 video a week. Okay? But that it is what it is. All right. But anyway, I love y'all. Peace.